3 a.m. in the morning. I should really be sleeping. But for some reason, after doom scrolling on my phone, here I am talking to you guys and doing a video instead of sleeping. But let's get into this because it seems that Jennifer Lopez, guys, is actually facing more bad news. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are not pleased, and her recent project is not doing well. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content. Do subscribe because I'm here at 3 a.m. with you guys and I really should be sleeping. But after Kiss of a Spider-Woman, Jennifer Lopez's recent film basically bombed at the box office in October, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are thinking twice about backing Jennifer Lopez again, a source is informing The Inquirer. According to Jennifer's camp, the movie was an absolute win because she was a good actress, it got amazing reviews, and she potentially could take an Oscar home. Unlikely, but it's possible. But the movie represents a big black eye for Artist Equity, which is the studio founded by her ex, Ben Affleck, and friend Matt Damon. The whole project was put together to back when Jennifer and Ben were actually a loving couple with big dreams about collaborating on film, so therefore they wanted to work on something together. The source explains of the pair who split after less than 2 years. Matt, of course, jumped in and fully backed their vision, and he and Ben wrote a big check to get this movie going. They both, of course, are great themselves, but it's long past time for them to get real and get the studio's product selling tickets. The pair also produced the Waiting for Tonight singer's 2024 film Unstoppable, which also underwhelmed financially, points out the source, and they're not looking to do a third for her. So Jennifer Lopez is no longer this valuable, profitable asset. For them to create this movie studios, and you've worked with J-Lo twice now because you've thought, you know what, this was the woman that I was with and Matt Damon's on board. Both movies have done really bad in the box office. They're not making a profit for the film studios that, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have, built. They're now looking back on this and thinking business wise, numbers wise, sorry J-Lo, you don't actually add up to future projects. Had these had rave reviews and the ratings were high, then of course they would be wanting to produce more, because if you are profitable, they want to produce more with you to make more money and everybody wins. But J-Lo is no longer that profitable asset. So no longer is this relationship gone down the drain, but it looks like it's hurting the business friendship side as well. And there were reports, that I didn't believe that stated that Jennifer Lopez was finding any excuse, guys, to stay connected to Ben. And, the film studios is a perfect connection. But that in itself now is going to go down the drain, and Jennifer Lopez isn't going to have that connection to Ben and Matt Damon anymore. She's basically just having this PR nightmare because every time we are discussing her, I feel like I'm coming across like her biggest hater. And really and truly, I'm not. I'm not the biggest hater of J-Lo. Obviously, couldn't care less if she does well or does bad. It doesn't affect me. But it's just interesting that there is a pattern here that is being reported that she's not just doing well. The music didn't work. The Amazon Prime stuff didn't work. The tour got cancelled. And both of your movies have just not done well. They've bombed. And eventually, people around you are not going to work with you because you are no longer that profitable asset. You are somebody that's just seen as, what a legend could be. A figment. Because I don't even think that she could even sell out Las Vegas if she can't sell out all of those. This is what I mean. If I was somebody in charge of Vegas and studios, if I'm seeing J-Lo and she can't even sell a single anymore, let alone an album or a tour or some movies, why would I want that? It doesn't make any sense. And this is how they're looking at it. So this is tearing the business side of Ben and J-Lo. And, it's just more bad news for her. Mariah Carey is probably eating this all up, guys, because her recent album did quite well for her, and of course she's the queen of Christmas, so all of her songs are receiving a boost right now. So I'm pretty sure that she is relishing in all of this bad J-Lo news that she's experiencing in the past 2 years. I think the last big gig that J-Lo had was the Super Bowl, when she shared that stage with Shakira. That was probably the last big thing that she's done, because outside of that, she's performing other people's songs at award shows, which really isn't what it needs to be. So I don't know, hopefully she can turn it around. That's what I want for her. But I just feel like, Ben and Matt Damon are not pleased with her at all. Speaking of failures at the cinema, Kim Kardashian, guys, is facing a huge disaster. Not at the cinema, sorry, but a program that was produced called All's Fair, which has so many huge actresses involved in this, has completely failed, guys. It is being review bombed everywhere. it's just so sad. Rotten Tomatoes, sorry. I'm speaking like I'm American. Rotten Tomatoes, guys, has given it a 0. They've literally given it a 0. Oh, Lord. Angie Fan of The Hollywood Reporter is among the top critic on Rotten Tomatoes, who gives All's Fair a rotten review, writing that Kim Kardashian's performance, stiff and effectless, without a single authentic note, is exactly what the writing, also stiff and effectless without a single authentic note, merits. I feel like she repeated herself here, or somebody's written it wrong. But in her rotten review summary on RT, Lucy Mangan of The Guardian writes that All's Fair is just terrible. It's so awful, it feels almost contemptuous. Ed Power of the UK's Daily Telegraph, a separate article, isn't any kinder in his rotten review summary of All Fairs on RT, writing that Ryan Murphy is the high priest of tacky, tasteless television, and this year he has outdone himself with a show of mind-bending horror sure to trigger nightmares in the unsuspecting viewer. Ben Dowell of the Times in the UK isn't a fan of All's Fair either, writing that it thinks it's a feminist fable about spirited lawyers getting their own back on cruel rich men, but it's in fact a tacky and revolting monument to the same greed, vanity and avarice it supposedly targets. Review bombed to the fullest. All of these people have come forward, the Times, the Telegraph, Rotten Tomatoes, Hollywood Reporter, they've all come together as if they're the Avengers to all absolutely drag this show down the mud. And it's so embarrassing for Kim Kardashian, because she was center stage on this show through Ryan Murphy, and she was going to be the one clearly for this to be something. The trailer dropped, it went viral. You've got all of these well accomplished actresses, and now they all, so accomplished, are associated to a show that has miserably failed, and that is because Kim Kardashian so desperately wanted to be a part of it. Let this be a reminder to you guys that just because there is an influencer who is huge doesn't mean that they can do everything. It's so annoying. You are an influencer for a reason, because you can't act. If you could act, you would have been in that industry. And there's so many of these influencers who want to go into the music acting world, like Kylie with the music, Kim with the acting, and it just does not work out. It repeatedly fails. Stick to promoting your gummies and, whatever eating dysmorphia stuff that you've been doing for so long, because that's all that you guys seem to be good at, making money on that end, which clearly is a success. So when they try to venture out and it fails, it's just a reminder that they are just talentless. And just because you have money, just because you have the followers, doesn't mean that you have that inward talent, when that inward talent of actors and actresses really just comes from the working class, to be honest with you. It really comes from the working class. It doesn't come from this. So had Kim not been in this and, they had changed the narrative around, it would have been a little bit more positive. But I just feel for these actual actors. I feel for all of them, because it is a stellar cast of people, and all of them now have to deal with these review bombs, which probably is going to hurt future projects that they might have. But it's very similar to JLo, like, just review bombed, not doing well, ratings low, people not liking it either, people complaining about it online. It's just so embarrassing for Kim. Like, this is so embarrassing for Kim, so embarrassing for JLo, like, awkward. Just, yeah. Let me know your thoughts out, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, send a tip, I would appreciate it. And guys, I'm gonna go to bed, because I'm gonna get this video out to you guys and I'm gonna go sleep. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon.